my fellow modelers, and my fellow fans of everything interesting. I got another little video for you, history related, another history inspired model kit. Now, I recently, matter of fact, that was my last video, I did the history of the Britannic. And that was a fascinating history. I loved learning about Titanic and Olympic's sister ship, the Britannic. Now, I'm always on the lookout for Titanic, Olympic and Britannic kits. And as you all know, if you've ever looked for them, there aren't any. I found a couple of kits. One was the Olympic and one was the Britannic. So I'm like, ooh, I'm doing the Britannic. So what I wanted to do was I was going to do the history of the Britannic as I went along and we did the build. That was the plan. Well, weeks and weeks go by and I'm like, gee, how come I haven't gotten my the model kit in yet? So I look at eBay and it says delivered and I'm going, wait a minute, man, I don't have a model. And my wife goes, oh, by the way, this came for you. It was on the counter. And she proceeds to give me something that looks like a tissue box. All right, let's make a long story short. This was wrapped. And this was listed. I'll put the listing up just so you guys can see it. Brand new, unused, unopened. The picture was gigantic. I mean, I know it wasn't 1/350 scale, but I was still expecting something a little bit larger than this. I hope this isn't just the Titanic that's been just given different labels. But we'll see. See, it's so small. Let's see if I can zoom in for you. There's the Britannic. And I got this for the Britannic. Now, this is supposed to be brand new, unused and unopened. And the top was ripped open, and it says Britannic Hospital. I don't know if that's for liner, but we'll find out. And it was scotch taped back up. So, let's see, it's so small. Yeah, small choking hazards, microscopic. Revival of the Titanic. So I'm hoping it's not just a Titanic that's been slapped with a different label or with a different color. But we'll see. And as I look down and I see that, I had ordered both of them around the same time, so I should be getting the Olympic in. And it's probably going to be just as microscopic as this. Like I said, I did the history of the Britannic, and I got a very interesting comment, one that I never even thought of, because I was thinking of, I've shown you guys so many different Titanic model kits, and there was one or a couple that I'm thinking, well, I should make this into the Britannic. Well, he actually gave me an idea that I never even thought of, that they would actually have conversion kits. Because the Titanic, the Olympic, and the Britannic are all sister ships. They're all made by the White Star Line. They all have a basic uniform shape, but there are differences. Matter of fact, the Britannic, they increased the lifeboats, and you can see where the davits are on the ship are really huge on both sides, forward and aft. They also put in more watertight compartments. They brought the bulkheads up, higher up. And there are just subtle differences between all of the ships, whether it's the promenade deck, the closed-in deck. But we'll see when we open up this kit. So I just got this in the mail a little while ago. And I'm interested in seeing what this model kit actually looks like. Let's see if there's a kit number anywhere on here. There may be a kit number, but I can't read Chinese, so I'm not sure what that says. And the Made in China, maybe it's, you can see the barcode right there. Okay, let's take it over to the modeling desk where there's more light and there's more room, and we'll put it together. Okay, so there's a little bit more light here. You can see on the top That looks like that could be the Titanic. Although it says Olympic with the base. And you can see the Olympic that has the, I love the camouflage. And then it looks like the Titanic is on the bottom, and you got the base, and you got looks like a pad. And what is this one? Is the Britannic right here, like she looked when she was launched, and then when she was converted into a hospital ship. And it goes back down, looks like the Titanic again. So let's, again, this is Brit Hospital. I don't know what even to attempt to think what that is. So why don't we go ahead and we'll just open it up. And again, this is supposedly brand new and sealed. Is that everything? Yep, that's everything in the box. So why don't we put that over here? We'll kind of put it like that. Okay. Looks like the first thing we got, the revival of the Titanic. Wow, considering it's so small, it does have quite a bit of steps. And look at all the parts. You know, nice. It actually does look like they have the extra tall davits with the extra lifeboats. Nice. Okay, I wasn't really expecting that. And you can see the base, and we have a parts list. Before assembling this kit, please read the assembly instructions to understand the overall flow. When removing parts, cut them with a nipper and cut and reset with a cutter for cleaner, fresh cuts. This is a snap kit, does not require an adhesive, but to be assembled more securely, you can use auxiliary adhesive. Okay. Nice. And we have some information on the back. HMHS Britannic is the youngest sister of the 3 Olympic sisters built by White Star Line in the United Kingdom. It was completed at the end of 1915, a year later, due to the Titanic accident and the outbreak of World War I. Since it had already been decided to be recruited by the military and operated as a hospital ship, the whole body was painted white with a green line and a red cross. Because it was a huge ship, it was possible to bring back 3,000 wounded and sick soldiers at once. But in November 1916, during the 6th voyage, it sank in about an hour after being touched by a laid mine by a German submarine in the Aegean Sea. The inundation measures taken from the reflection of the Titanic incident did not help at this time, but the death was 30 people. HMHS is a prefix for His Majesty's Hospital Ship. Although the ship was not operated as an RMS, you can enjoy its original elegant look with the model. The RMS is a Royal Mail steamer, meaning that it's designated to carry mail. Being designated the way she was a hospital ship, and that's where the H comes from. From the time the steamship first appeared to the Titanic era, the ship's engine was a steam reciprocating engine that burned coal to boil water. Sent and generated steam to a cylinder, reciprocated a piston, and turned it to rotary motion with a crank. In other words, it has the same mechanism as the general steam locomotive. At the beginning, we were moving by rotating large water wheels on the left and right sides of the hull. But from around 1860, it was found that propelling with a screw is faster and less horsepower, as in modern time, and the paddle steamer was rapidly eliminated. Then in 1900, a steam turbine that applied steam to a turbine to extract rotational motion was put into practical use. It became possible to extract more horsepower. RMS Lusitania and RMS Mauritania from rivals Cunard completed shortly before the 3 Olympic sisters were planned. They used the steam turbines to set sail up to 27 knots, both of which have won the Blue Ribbon Award for the fastest ship on the Atlantic route. Since then, it has been taken over by the SS United States, and by the way, she still holds the record. She still has the Blue Ribbon. How were the three Olympic sisters that appeared late? White Star Line chose to provide a more comfortable voyage than speed, used the familiar steam reciprocating engine as a main engine, and adopted a combined power with discharging steam to turn the auxiliary steam turbine engine. Since it did not aim for high output forcibly, there was little vibration. Passengers had a good reputation and for fuel efficiency. The fuel efficiency was also better. However, because it was unprecedented, a giant ship, and it was said that it loaded 6,600 tons of coal and dumped a total of 100 tons of ash in a furnace with 600 tons of coal a day. Moreover, since the coal was put into the furnace by human power, it can be seen how difficult it was behind the scenes of the elegant cruise ship. After that, the fuel changed from coal to oil, and diesel engines were put into practical use. In modern times, the leading role has changed from passenger ships to aircraft as a means of transportation, but crews that enjoy comfortable voyages have become popular as a proof of White Star Line's ideas were correct. The company was merged into rival Cunard in 1934. Cool, I didn't know that. And its name disappeared in 1945. However, the name White Star Service is used as a broad of service brand offered by Cunard's current RMS Queen Mary II, MS Queen Victoria, and MS Queen Elizabeth. And the White Star Academy is run to educate passenger ship crews. That's interesting, because I always wondered what happened to the White Star Line. I assumed that they had gone out of business, but they were actually purchased and bought out and merged with Cunard. And Cunard is still going strong today, so that's really good to know. That'd make a good video, guys. Okay, let's take a look at these parts. Okay, so the water, it is plastic. I guess this, I don't know if the base goes on top of this or if this is instead of the base. All right, let's see some of the other parts. Looks like we got the bottom of the hull. Looks like we got the main deck. You can see the forward well deck and the forecastle deck. You can see the cargo hatches. You know, for such a small model, this is impressive. You can see the back aft of the poop deck. You can see the cargo hatches where the four cranes would be, and there are two more cranes over there. And this is where the docking platform or the docking wheel would be. That's pretty cool. And look, we've actually got... I gotta tell you guys, when I first saw the box, I was disappointed. But the amount of detail in this, and it was $15. So like I said, I wasn't expecting 1/200 scale, but I'm liking it. The detail on it is really, really cool. And you can see, just like the Britannic, where the enclosed promenade deck starts and the open begins. I'm really liking the detail on this little guy. All right. And this looks like it could be the boat deck. And again, look at the detail. It's just amazing. This is really, really nice. It may be small, but it's quality small. And I'm thinking that this is the back, the aft end of the ship. You can see where the two cranes are going to go. Nice. And let's see. You can see the boat, the top deck. You can see where the smoke funnel is going to go, and that could be the grand staircase. I love the detail. Look, it looks like they actually painted the parts. So this looks like it could be the forward foremast. You can see the smokestacks have been painted yellow. And I'm not sure what these are. Let's see. Looks like the wheelhouse, the bridge. And looks like the another mast. And looks like we have the lifeboats, or the davits. And look, they have more than one boat. Nice. They actually got that detail right. I'm not sure what this part is. And lastly, there's one piece left. It looks like the rudder. Okay, I'll tell you what, guys. It was $15, and it was free shipping. And I really can't complain. The amount of detail in this little thing is amazing. I love it. I was expecting to be totally disappointed when I saw the size of the container or the package. And I was like, oh, it's going to be another little piece of junk with no detail. But I got to tell you, this little model is really cool. I like it. All right, let's put it together. What do we got to do first? Let's see. Let's get it on the instructions, and you can see. See, we don't have a base, but we do have the it's like water. All right. Looks like the first thing we'll do is put the smokestacks on. Okay. All right. So you can see, let's go ahead and we're going to put just a little bit of glue. It's so tiny, so we don't have to put a ton. But I'm going to put it just like that. And that goes right in. Like that. Just like that. All right. Looks like we have the smokestacks in. All right. Now these, it looks like these are going to go onto, let's see, the boat deck. I'm going to put a drop of glue into this side. Here. Here and there. And these are going to go into the front just like that. Ooh, this is tiny. There. And the super glue is going to hold all that, so why don't we make sure that everything is straight. If you guys can see that. Okay. Now, why don't we go ahead, I'm going to get the lifeboats off. Maybe we should snip these off. I think I'm going to do we're going to put a little bit of glue in the slots. And we're going to use the tweezers now. And I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to put them in. And they're going to kind of go in just like that. I love how they actually did the detail work. You can see the davits are a lot bigger on the Britannic because they have to hold many more lifeboats. Let's go ahead and we can put the lifeboats on. We'll put them onto the starboard side now. I am not going to take any chances. I'm going to put more glue. Okay, so check it out. We got the davits, the lifeboats are on. All right, what's next? So we did the smokestacks, we did the lifeboats with the davits. We put everything on the boat deck, and looks like we're going to put that onto the looks like the promenade deck. There, feels like it went in. Look at that, huh? That's pretty cool. All right. So we got that, and maybe we can go ahead and put it onto the hull. While we get the hull out, maybe we should go ahead and glue the bottom. It'll all snap into place. That's a good thing. And the super glue is going to hold it in place. Let's see. I'm going to put my snips to the side. We can. Okay, now why don't we go ahead and we're going to glue the main deck on to the hull, and then we can put the extra stuff that we need to put on. So you can see the little holes. So I'm going to put super glue into these little chambers where the pegs are going to go. It's too small to put the line on, the cable line. Okay, so I'm happy with that, the way that looks right now. Why don't we go ahead and I'm going to see if I can get that bridge to go on. So where is the bridge? Here it is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a drop of glue I want it to run down a little bit, really tiny. And look at that. See how the bridge just went in perfectly? And it's staying. Wow, that's really cool. All right, so what do we do next? It looks like the main mast. Actually, let's put the cranes in. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to snip the cranes out. 7 and 8. Let me show you guys how absolutely microscopic these are. Alright, so why don't we put glue into the little, all the holes where the cranes are going to go. Hopefully you guys can see, we got the cranes in all the way at the aft end. We got them in the front. All right. man, what's next? So we got the, well, let's take care of the front first. We did the bridge. Let's do the little pole in the front. Alright, so I went to put in the mast in the back, and it shot across because of the tweezers, and I have no idea where it went. So I have the paint gun cleaning wire, so I put in a piece into the back. The only thing I got to do now is make sure that it stays in position. That's the tiny little piece that's going to go all the way at the bow. Alright, let's get the docking platform all cleaned off. How is this going to go? There. I don't know if you heard that little click, but we got the docking platform in. Nice. Alright, let's try to get that microscopic piece at the bow. Okay, we got the bow crane in. Hopefully you guys can see the detail in that. Okay, that's in. Let's see what's going in the back. It looks like we have that piece. This piece. I'm not quite sure what this is. I know there's a platform on the poop deck. There's some kind of structure that's not on the Titanic or the Olympic. I'm not sure what it is. Could it be... It was a hospital ship. Could it be a helicopter pad? I'm not sure. Did they have helicopters in 1916? Hopefully you heard it click in. Okay, so again, the detail on this thing is pretty cool. Alright, what's next? Let's see. We did the superstructure. It looks like we have the some more lifeboats going into the back. All right, so see the aft end of the ship. Make sure that the aft mast is standing up straight. We got all the structures onto the aft end of the ship and the poop deck. We got the extra lifeboats near the docking platform. The rudder. And you can see here's the rudder. All right, I've got a drop of glue on the rudder. It looks like the water. And there's no indentation for the ship. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some glue on the bottom of the ship. Just like that, all the way up to the bow. And I'm going to glue it in place. All right, so she had overnight to dry. And looking pretty good. So what I think I'm going to do now is, you guys remember when I tried to put the mast in, it pinged out and I can't find it. So I put the my paint gun little piece of the brush that cleans out the paint gun. So that looks good, but we got to paint it brown. Maybe we can get a little bit more out of it. That's better. Just because it's got the little ridges on it, and I want to kind of fill that in. It looks pretty good. Okay, so when it comes to paint, since we've got the paint out, I think what I'm going to do, because we don't have the base with this model, we have her going through the ocean. I think I'm going to put a little bit of the waves. Will create a wake as well. And you know they're going to be doing some water displacing, and we can do some on this side too. There, again, we don't have to put a lot. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so for more of the detail, the Britannic, they had a crossbeam going across the foremast. And they actually had a red cross, a hospital logo, that was flying from it. So I'm wondering if we should go ahead and I could use this as well. And the smallest one, the piece that's going across. And what we're going to do is just going to go across the top. I think also what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of paper and let's cut out a small piece. We're going to take a little tiny piece of paper and we're going to make the flag. Might be a little bit large. Fine tip, but I don't. So let's take a little bit of the paint. So hopefully you guys can see that. And we're going to put that right off of the, we're going to glue that to the mast. Yeah, see that? The camera wants to focus. There it is. There. We're going to let that dry. Let's see if I put right like that. So we got it on both sides. All right, we're going to put that aside and let that dry. And that's going to be the flag that's going to go up in top and fly off the foremast. All right, speaking of the mast, I think I want to put some rigging on her. Okay, so what I want to do, let's make a little loop, because this is really tiny. And I think I'm going to do one line, and we're going to put it on the back. And let's see, we'll put a little bit of weight over there, and I'm going to put some glue. So if I do this without some glue, and we're going to give that a minute to dry. Okay, we got the back done. All right, let me give that a little snip. All right, so it's not a lot of the detail, and I know that the mast, the rigging is kind of low, but it's just the way it went, and I can't mess it up. So we got the rigging, and we're going to do the cross beam. Zoom in for you guys. You can see her rigging, and she's going through the ocean. Again, I wish if anybody associated with this model is watching, you got the molds, you did the detail, fantastic. Can you make a bigger model of this? Man, I would love to see this in, well, 1/200 scale would be fantastic, but it doesn't even have to. Even 1/700 scale would be really, really fun, because we don't have any actual model kits of the Britannic or the Olympic. It's just, if you want to do it, we have to alter the Titanic kits, and there are differences between the three of them. I'm thinking that for this little tiny little model, I think she came out fantastic. I love the detail. Again, when I first seen it, I was upset because of how small it was, but what she doesn't make, what she lacks in size, she makes up for in detail. I mean, look at the detail. The cargo hatch, you've got the bollards, you've got the chains for the anchor, you've got the forward anchor, and you've got the cargo hatches in front of the bridge, and you've got the smokestacks, and you've got the wheelhouse, you've got the windows, you can see the lifeboats, and the grand staircase going all the way aft, the well deck, and again, the little details, the differences of the Britannic. I'm not sure what that platform is on the back, but I just love the detail in this little girl. She's wonderful. And like I said, guys, you can't beat the price. It was $15 with free shipping. It is small, but to have the representation of the HMHS Britannic, it's pretty cool. And I got another one of these. I've actually got the Olympic. So what I like to do is I like to do the history of and do a video and research it and show you guys, talk to you guys about the ship. And after that, I'll be doing the model. But that'll be a little bit down the road because we have some projects going on right now. I'm still doing my Enterprise, and the next video will probably be about that. And a couple of other projects. We got the Thanksgiving project that we got going on right now with the Mayflower. So we'll be doing that soon. But I wanted to do to show the Britannic a little bit of love because it is November. And that's when she sunk, unfortunately, in 1916 during World War I. So my friends, I hope you enjoyed this quick little build. I hope you enjoyed the history of video, and I'll put the link in the bottom if you want to check it out. And until my next video, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the kind words and the support. And thank you so much, and have a great day, guys.